Stay on this matter a while longer and go to my colleague Samuel Akom, who is at the Black Star Square with updates on preparations for Friday's state burial. Thank you very much for joining us, Samuel. How have preparations progressed since morning?
Rightly so, Eno. I am currently at the Black Star Square, where a state burial ceremony will be held, God willing, tomorrow for the 8 individuals who lost their lives in last week Wednesday's military helicopter crash. As earlier indicated in this morning's press conference, they are trying as much as possible to ensure that the burial service is organized in a very decorum manner to pay last respect to these heroes, as many Ghanaians affectionately refer to them. So let me take you through some of the protocols that have been established. Where I'm currently standing is an area where every vehicle that will be walking in will be parked. If the vehicle has to drop some individuals, they will come close to this police barricade here, and then they drop the individuals and then they go to park. Now, after parking, depending on who you are, you go and look for where to sit. So come with me, let me take you to the inner perimeter where the state officials, government officials, dignitaries, as well as the foreign missions and all well wishers will be seated. And so this is the main entrance here, and you can see that canopies have been mounted and the police barricade guarding the area. And so you walk in here, you come to this area as well, and you do notice that they've placed inscriptions on every canopy that you see here, so that people are aware of who sits where. This very first canopy, if you can see the inscription, is for religious leaders. So all religious leaders will be seated right here. Then right after the religious leaders is a place where photos or images of the 8 heroes, as they are being referred to, are mounted with wreath and flowers in front of it for people to be aware of what is happening. Right after that space, you come to a point where the state officials, the president, the vice president, together with other high state officials, will be seated. So this is the area where the president, the vice president, some of the ministers will be seated. Right after where the president will be seated, you will also have an area. This place is yet to be inscripted, but I have picked intel. Early on spoke to Standogwe, Deputy Chief of Staff, who indicated that this area will also be for some other state officials. Then from there, you come to this area. This is solely reserved for security chiefs. Security chiefs, this is the area where they will be. And next, right after the security chiefs, you have members of parliament will also be seated there. And though other inscriptions will also be pasted on the other canopies. Now, this is the inner perimeter proper. Right. When you come to the inner perimeter, right, you can see some structures here with black colors. And what these are, this is the place where the coffins will be placed, of the individuals will be placed. You do notice that they are 6 in number. If you are guessing why, you do know that out of the 8, 2 of the individuals who lost their lives were Muslims. And so Muslim customary rites have already been prepared for them.
Yes.
That is why you see 6 coffins here. So tomorrow's burial service, for the record, is for the 8 individuals, right? The ceremony is for the 8 individuals, but 6 individuals will be buried. Now, right after that, this is where you have the press setting up their cameras.
Okay.
This is where the press will be setting up their cameras to view whatever is ongoing. Now the question is, if someone is seated here, how will they be able to see what is going on? 3 giant screens have also been mounted here.
All right.
On my far right here, you see a giant screen, and then on my far left, you also see a giant screen.
Right.
And then behind this side, you can also see a giant screen for individuals who will also be seated around that area.
All right,
now,
Sammy.
the public is also invited to observe this ceremony, and the canopies have also been mounted behind for those individuals. And after engaging Standogbe early on, he indicated that security will be very high here. That is not to say that it's because the president and the vice will be here, but simply to pay last respect to these fallen heroes. And so if you ask, that is what the arrangement has been so far right here at the Independence Square.
Thank you so much for that update. Samia Kom is my colleague here in the Channel One newsroom. Let's move